game. I think you want to take some dragged out fights against the TA Bloodseeker, live through the Rupture, have some Radiance burn with the evasion coming in. Yeah, I see it. Some forehead shit from him.
Have you played this Radiance Slark?
Once, like 3 years ago.
Oh,
so it's not my knowledge on playing it myself is not up to date. Have you played it?
No.
Yeah, of course not.
I wouldn't play this disgusting build. Keep it as far away from me as possible. Early trade action. Yatoro did not like what he found up on that high ground, and the bot box cannot exist over Firefly, but they should get him here. First blood for jabs. Well, that's what I was telling you, bro. Paladin's got jabs.
You were correct. They do have the player jabs. You can dark pack one blood grenade, but then there's just a second. Get the first blood, so not the best start here for little Yatoro on the Fishman.
And Apoche is zone off the waves. This is like the worst case scenario for Undying. If you're not on the first two waves especially, half your laning phase goes out the window.
I mean, is he gonna have to TP up here? Like, they're doing a really good job helping Jabs just having a good early lane top.
This is brutal. No, I think Jabs he's living the dream. First blood gold into a solo early wave versus a Slark. You can't really ask for much more. They're gonna eventually let him through. The gate has been lifted as Bulba eventually lifted the gatekeeping on NA, something you're very familiar with, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you, Bulba. Luckily, he's not here anymore. We will still see TSpirit even with Bulba not being here, but another thing I'm looking at is the...
Nice transition. See, that's what casting's all about.
I know, that's what
keep transitioning.
That's what Jenkins couldn't do earlier. Right. But the collapse Magnus, we all know how good he is as another blood grenade as Miposhka. Oh, he's gonna burn down or what?
This early lane is a disaster for him. He couldn't even get to it. He had to walk away up here. Now he's gonna have to TP back. Can't even really bring too much regen. He's gonna buy a mango. Yatoro not happy about his Undying's impact early on, and Mira will get the return bottom. So at least being TSpirit are finding something for that collapsed Magnus lane. As you said, one of his signature heroes, but is it his style? That's what I question.
I don't know. Is he gonna play on the... He's gonna be playing more on the carry style now, right? With the University hero.
That's what I think. But, you know, that's not the Blink skewer Magnus.
That's true. He can only win on Blink heroes, as I heard from Shannon yesterday, which was totally off.
I thought his analysis was pretty good, honestly. For, like, someone who has no idea what's going on.
I guess he tries. I'll give him an A+ for effort. As Ollie, he has to do the walk of shame bottom, as he did TP early on, died, has to walk back, but I feel like this Timbersaw Slark matchup is not the same as it used to be in the lane. Like, Timbersaw is, for some reason, hits for like, what, 70 damage at 1 minute into the game?
That is a pretty big factor.
Yeah, he's 8x Decayed right now, and he has 70 damage.
Pretty good.
It's pretty good. He's just gonna outclick the Fishman.
Well, Fishman's not in this game.
Unlucky. Would have liked to play Undying.
Unlucky for him or unlucky for us? Unlucky for the fans.
Probably for both.
That's true.
I'd like a Fishman Undying. He would just get in there. He'd have 3 deaths already.
So he's a staple entity of the team.
Yeah.
As Laurel going toe-to-toe with Mikoto here. I feel like Mikoto has won most of his lane matchups this tournament. This seems like another decently favorable one for him, though. It does make the lineup a big career throwing that TA mid. He's having a pretty good time.
I guess laning surge should be good. I mean, most of the time you see mid TAs do pretty well. You can always push out the lane. You have some traps to help you with the runes and just kind of chill. But yeah, I think their draft is a little... yeah, I kind of like how Effie was putting it. I think both drafts are a little bizarre. I personally prefer the Spirit draft. I think it's going to come together a little more nicely. But we'll just have to see. Talon need to ride off of these lanes for sure.
Looking for the tempo, and that means you got to put that first blood to use if your Jabs trying to push towards level 3. They have a pretty decent double wave up here. Nope's going to commit with the level 2 Firefly. This is a nice timing to
hold glyph as well.
Jab says, I don't want the heroes. I want the zombie gold.
Tanking the tower, though.
Give it to me. Gets it. And the burn is not enough. Everybody will survive here. Everybody will salve up. And nothing happened.
Hey, who's the real winner here? Bloodseeker, bros. He's got the thirst. He's got to be zooming down bottom.
He is absolutely zooming here. 470 MS early for 23 Savage, and the skirmishing continues as Yatoro just abandons his support for the Lotus.
Oh, Ollie is up here too. Hello.
And a little flank action going in. He has a Lotus of his own, a little blood grenade, and Yatoro will have to leap away. This Slark is getting really pressured early. I mean, I usually don't like looking at net worth differential early on, but the net worth difference right now between the Timbersaw and the Slark tells the story of this game with the first blood action going on top. It's already almost 1,000.
Yeah, that's not where Spirit want to be. But one thing they're really good at, they did the same thing yesterday. They lose their lanes early on, but then Mikoto, he does some trades that will help Yatoro get back in the lane or help him get experience. Because I think now when you're losing this lane already, the best thing you can do is help Yatoro get level 6 ASAP, as we have an XD dropped in the chat.
What is this XD for?
That's a good question.
Probably.
Maybe he's like, haha, my teammates keep making you run at 800 move speed, so when I skewer you, you're...
That is probably,
safe.
yes, that is probably actually what it is.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, nice lane, 23. You're really out.
Yeah, you're really good, bro.
With your permanent haste. Thanks, Miposhka. I enjoyed TI-10. I'm not enjoying the early stages of this game. Early lead built for Talon here. So they're cruising to a triple lane victory, and they just left 23 alone bottom, man. Ollie has tri-lane top, basically.
Huh.
This is a lot of commitment for Yatoro. Another Tombstone drops. Plus 125, though. Jabs. He's just poking up the extra gold, and Mikoto looking for the dive.
Oh, he can look for the blade. Oh, he got him.
That must have been like a max damage hit.
Yeah, it must have been. That was okay. A trade as Yatoro top. He's still alive. Finally will fall.
This is a brawl of an early game right here. I mean, who's that favor, though? If you're going to take one of these lineups, you'd rather just have some chaos around the meta. I know Talon are still slightly ahead, so you're going to say them no matter what. But if you put your own personal bias aside here.
Yeah, probably Radiant a little bit. But it's... Okay, hold. JK, TSpirit.
Oh,
easy game for
switch your answer like that.
Nah, I can easily swap. I still had like a 3-second buffer.
That's cheating. I mean, that's why he gave him the XD earlier. He set it up. Should have XD'd him again.
He should. That's what I would. Come on, how do you just do one and then you don't double down on him?
That would have been a value XD. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, Mikoto, he's level 6 now. I mean, this kill is actually huge.
Yeah, they have the level advantage on Storm, and they're looking for the power room. Early skirmish going out. They'll get it unless Miposhka mans up. But not in time. And the haste in the hands of Mikoto, he's just going to run him down. Doesn't even need to pop it.
Just easy kills. I mean, Undying hates these heroes. Minus all more high physical damage.
Not a fun matchup.
Not at all. As Jabs is just, he's half a level ahead. And that is not good for Yatoro. He has full XP and full gold. If we can swap to the... He's at 3,500 net worth at minute 6.
That's what I'm saying. That first blood just propelled him up fast Vanguard, and I guess they tri-lane for him. So... You know, that feels good, you know, when you get tri-lane as an offlaner.
I guess the idea is also kind of cool. You put the 3 heroes top, you pressure, so Yatoro's going to have to dodge away a bit. When they get the Undying and the Slark, low HP, 23 Savage shouldn't really be in too much trouble. Because as we said, 800 move speed, Collapse did kind of punish him a little bit, but I see the idea. It's pretty cool.
Their 2 1v1 matchups are very good.
Yeah.
And that is why they're continuing to skirmish. This is another
Tombstone.
But it's a defensive one, and Jabs, he's done this before. He will right-click it down, claim the plus 150 now. How much gold has this guy got on Tombstones, dude?
Bro, this guy's playing Alchemist right now.
He really is. He's just farming the spells out of TSpirit. They'll go back in. Pugna Ward, Whirling Death, not enough to clean up Miposhka. And TSpirit, I mean, they're bringing in the reinforcements, but it feels like a little too late.
It's time to gate, brother. Get back bottom.
400 gold off the Tombstones at 7 minutes?
That's got to be a record.
That's a lot, dude.
I don't think I've seen that.
That is a lot. And now, this is the other problem you're talking about. If you bring all these numbers top to combat Talon fighting through their Timbersaw, these 2 1v1s are great for Talon.
Yeah, I mean, you come back bottom and you insta-dive?
You dropped the XD.
Uh-oh.
You dropped the XD back on him.
Oh, Laurel. Okay, lift. Vortex. Blood grenade. Lotus. He has a Lotus still.
Middle tower is under attack.
Oh, no.
Oh, my God. He's going to turn it around, too.
He's living, right? He's going to...
The caster curse comes through. Welcome to the Death Kazu, as you just sealed 23 Savage's fate right there.
Up unlucky for him.
Extra Fateful levels. That was Mir getting that solo kill mid.
But now Mikoto's down.
Back. That is the price you pay here. Very little to stop in terms of outspam here in a defensive orientation for TSpirit. The Mikoto, he's going to pull ahead as well. Does he have stacks waiting for him?
He does.
Getting some up,
and he's got quite a lot. As Jabs hits level 6 now, and Yatoro is not, so you can just pressure him.
He's 1 XP off. Oh, if he dies here, he's going to be real mad. He got it.
He's dead.
Dire's top tower.
He beat as well. Oh, this early game is an absolute disaster. Mid tower down, top tower down at 8 minutes.
He even hit his own sentry.
God damn it! Look,
and will kill anything.
I think this has to be a record for Timber net worth. Minute 830. This looks illegal to me.
It looks like an alchemist.
Yeah.
I guess it's Tombstone gold plus kills plus first blood
plus mid tower gold. Maybe some bounties.
Yeah, he only has 47 CS, by the way. For 5K net worth. That is, as you said, actually illegal.
That is illegal.
Call the base police indeed. Talon pull ahead. 3K net worth lead already. Power Rune's going Mikoto's way. He still has all of those stacks waiting for him. And Spirit have none of their own. I mean, they have a mag lineup. There's no stacks in the jungle, so they're just going to have to skirmish it out the hard way. Laurel looking for the jump. This is a deep go, and he is out of mana. And it's another tombstone that yields nothing for TSpirit.
This is more gold, baby.
Don't tell me.
We swapped over to handing it to Mikoto so he can catch up in the gold.
If Jabs TP'd mid to get the last one of the tombstone there, I would have commended him from the observer slot. Let me tell you that. 550 gold already off these tombstones. At this point, do you stop casting him or what?
It just feels strange, right? So I think Mira stole Firefly because in order for them to get kills or get back in the game, only Storm, Rubick can really make plays. Maybe Mikoto is going to try to join them with some Decay Tombstone.
Right.
But Mira's going to need a good spell to kind of get them back in the game to even get those kills.
What is that, though? Rupture? Chakram? There's only two.
I guess Chakram, maybe Nether Blast Life Drain is okay.
Oh, I don't know if Nether Blast getting you back in the game, bro. That's gonna be a hell of another blast steal.
Let's go with Chakram. That seems like a decent enough.
And here's another question. Are you feeling it? Oh, we're gonna see a jump here onto Q under his tower. This is another deep go. Gonna sacrifice the support here. I don't even know if they need the lasso, but it'll secure it. I feel like TSpirit are unsure where to go on the map, and they're trying to force it in mid. I mean, they have a regen on Laurel, so maybe you don't feel totally bad about that, but
I don't, doing plays on mid does not seem like the way to go on this map right now. Like
where do you go?
I think you need your Slark and Mag to like farm the map. I actually think you cannot force. You need to farm the map, be a little content, and when you see them alone on side lanes, I think that's where you need to attack.
That sounds like you want to smoke Laurel up here.
Is under attack.
Yeah, like jump somebody. I don't think you can kill the Timber.
Maybe bottom.
It's got to be 23.
Yeah, it's got to be bottom. I think it's your only point of attack. Yep. Like going mid on the 1500 HP TA with Refraction.
Well, they're going to try it a third time. And
it ain't working this time.
A break wall for Laurel. At least he has the regen still. Okay,
maybe the fourth time.
No, doesn't have a pull though. They'll get Refraction steal.
Now that's the steal they're looking for.
Yeah, you combine that with a Nether Blasted fight. You're looking like a real monster out here. Mikoto gets the Butler treatment and straight into the triangle. Already cleared through the stacks, by the way. So these are the extras on top. Man, this TA and Timber are very far out in front. And this is what I was going to ask you next. Are you as confident in this Slark itemization now when you're this far behind? Nope. Is this Radiance going to do anything for Yatoro if he gets there?
I don't know. I mean, that's not where they want to be. And 23 Savage, he read the move. He drew exactly on the map what they were doing, but they'll go in Q in mid. Looks like they'll pick up that one for free.
All right, at least this tombstone is not going to get farmed. Try and get a little bit of a collapse of the Flesh Golem into Mikoto. Trying to pick off the supports first. They'll get him in Mikoto. He's left in no man's land. I guess 5th time is the charm. As TSpirit jam their Flesh Golem Tombstone Storm into the mid lane for Talon and eventually clean up. The tips go out and the stolen suck. Now there's a high value spell because now you have the Pugna form and Jabs was not ready for it. The resources back into Laurel. He'll make him work. He'll just TP out and
he's good. This is insanely big for Spirit, because also look in the meantime, Yatoro and Collapse are just farming.
I'm looking, my friend, and yeah, they got a lot of space off that tower bottom as well that did not look easy for Collapse to get. He just rushed the blink. I guess Collapse is still playing Collapse Magnus here.
Well, he knows that's mid. I mean, this tombstone did so much. Mikoto probably should not have really TP'd into this play, but what do you know? When a tombstone stays alive, it's actually strong.
Well, he got baited because the first 4 times it didn't work.
But he was like, yeah, I can die to these idiots. Let him keep trying.
You wanted to farm another tombstone, but he couldn't see it.
Well, it turns out TSpirit really got him.
And the fact that he had Jabs out of all this too, that damage with the Flesh Golem is absurd. 23 even joins but gets nothing off it. Everything going right for Spirit. I guess if it doesn't work, just keep trying the same thing and eventually it'll work.
So that works. Usually it doesn't work for me in my pubs.
It's never worked for me at any point in my entire life. That's why I'm here right now.
Kind of checks out.
Yeah,
that's why I'm here as well. Unlucky.
Well,
with you.
Can't all win.
Can't all be winners.
Yatoro trying to find the space for this Radiance build, but he is still a decent ways off. You can get here to the late game though. You do have some decent stuff going for you in the TSpirit team fight. In Rubick Undying, surely you feel good about team fight presence compared to the Pugna map.
They have so much area control later in this game. Tombstones, some Magnus, maybe even if Yatoro's going to pick up a shard in like 20 minutes in this game. They're looking very good now. Like these past 2 minutes, I don't think they could have asked for anything better than what happened.
Especially since they didn't really have stacks to rely on. They had to find it in the fight somehow. Get this Empower working, and a quick smoke from Talon looking up mid, and Mikoto will beat the sacrifice for that blink reveal. Mid lane is just not safe for anybody in this game. Laurel will poke his head. Oh! The Collapse sets it up. Brings the buffet to Laurel, and he feasts. Witchblade put to use instantly. Going to be a nice tool versus the Templar Assassin as well. Mikoto lucky to
Radiant's
escape with his
bottom
life.
tower is under
I was about to
attack.
say, where is this Magnus impact going to come in when you go that fast blink? And he delivers.
Oh, there he is. He didn't like force it too hard, waiting for the opportunity. Easy double kill. I mean, it doesn't matter how much you nerf this hero. Collapse, he'll just find a way. He'll find a build. In the meantime, Yatoro is just being silent. He's chilling. Continue to work to his Radiance, which honestly, he's not that far off.
Yeah, we keep talking about
He's got the
random
relic
stuff,
now.
but that's another 400 or 500 gold in his pocket every time, and Talon have not been able to exert the pressure on him they want. And now 23 is just falling behind.
I mean, Yatoro's just getting to, they're just getting to sit in these side lanes for free on the Mag and Slark. I'm not sure if Talon want to continue to, like, really just keep running at mid. I think you want to try to accelerate this game, maybe smoke up top, look for a play. But it's going to be harder to smoke on Yatoro in the nighttime.
And it just
him
hits.
being Slark, it's going to be so hard.
This is the vision advantage Spirit are going to have. I mean, they have the Slark vision, they have the Tombstone they can drop down, and then if you don't clear that out, you're stuck in a really weird engagement.
Well, there it is. They have Lasso in 10 seconds.
Q's looking, got the blink. Oh,
Quick on the
Yatoro.
fingers.
Those are the reaction times of a TI champion right there. Better luck next time.
Well, P knows. I mean, unless you have a pre-ward on him, which is also a hard task because he's Slark. It's a really hard. Yeah, I mean, how are you going to kill him? He has to get lassoed. Otherwise, he'll just, well, Shadow Dance, TP. See you later, nerds.
I mean, I also feel like Talon just want to force the objective fight so that
Yeah.
Spirit have to go into them, as we see Miposhka die to Jam Solo, so that they can get a Rupture on him. Because
Yeah.
Rupture is their best tool for the Slark. But like you said, just running up to it and casting him on him in his game, especially when 23's behind a little bit, not the easiest. Another power room for Laurel. I mean, you know he wants to jump down mid again. Worked out the last time.
6 and 7s and 8 time will also work, as there's some interesting items. Mira already has a Lotus Orb. And I don't know if I'm a fan of... Why does he have a Crystalist on TA? I would want him to go Deso and like try to
Oh,
speed
my
up the
friend,
game.
I'm glad you asked. As a man who's casted CDPC this entire year,
They keep doing this?
it is their bread and butter. It is their favorite Templar Assassin build. The early Crystallis giving him the
do I
extra
not understand?
farm rate, little damage power spike.
Okay.
They love this man.
And that's better than his
Part of the
hold
culture.
jabs.
RP.
There's a Chakra, baby.
Kill, and yeah, turn that timber right back around against him. And that was a double damage arcane rune for Laurel. You are regretting giving him these power runes. Doesn't even cost them much on the go. They can just look again.
They're not done here. Look at the ward. They can just play around it.
Yeah, this is a very good position for Team Spirit, especially if they can find a big core kill. They can find that Crystalist Mikoto.
I mean, I do like the shard on him.
We got silence, a shard. The turnaround potential into the lasso. Lotus Orb does not save Laurel as he goes down, and now you just have to rely on that Tombstone. Flesh Golem going to work on the back end. As 23 comes up, he will clean house and force the TPs out of Team Spirit. Luckily to get out of there with everybody, because that initiation backfired very hard with the reveal off the shard off Mikoto.
I really, really like the shard. And actually, I think Laurel died on the zip out due to the Pugna ward. He barely,
Yeah, I think he did
really lived.
because he got Lotus put on him and removed some of the stacks, but
Yeah.
then
Well,
it was a zip too far for the man. This
Yep.
Radiance is finished. Honestly, this is way faster than I thought it was going to be in this game.
I mean, considering with the laning stage, like the thing is, if you win the lane, sure, but you need to kind of continue to pressure these heroes afterwards, because Yatoro's just been living in this top lane plus jungle. Oh, push it out, I farm jungle, lane comes back, I farm it again, and he is doing really well in this lane. Or in this game, rather. He's about to be level 13 with a Radiance while being 0-3-0. And
Well, that
this
doesn't
is a
sound so good.
sick Slark game. What'd you say, man?
0-3-0 doesn't sound too good.
That does not, but with what he's having right now, damn,
Doesn't look like he's 0-3-0.
it certainly does not.
Also, these Gossamer capes coming out for Team Spirit gotta be really nice here versus the TA and the Bloodseeker.
What a stupid item. That shouldn't work.
Way too good.
Come on.
I agree.
I just dodged Mel Strike like that. Smith Poshka.
Have it stolen. Jab's gonna try and force the fight. Pugna Ward doing some work. Collapse looking for the skewer, but
nice
only hit the
compensatory.
timber, and he's straight back out of there, but into the clutches of Yatoro as he Radiance burns him and steals his Agi. All he can do is Shadow Amulet his way towards a better team fight here. Talon lose jabs yet again on the aggressive go. Only trading it out for an Undying. They're not finding these early Roshan forces I
Yeah.
thought their lineup was kind of designed to do.
It's very strange in a way. As I think Q is looking for something else. Remember, he has Blink. It's close to Force as well, so I do like his items, but I feel like if you're Talon, you should not be too comfortable with this game having this type of state, where it's just like kind of slow, they get to farm where they want, you're not really taking objectives or
doesn't feel
forcing
great.
roaches. This can't feel good.
And I feel like if you're going to force something at nighttime into the Slark and the Undying, then
Yeah.
it should be that Roche. with the early damage from Mikoto in the start he's had. You just drop the Pugna Ward and make Spirit go into you.
Yeah. Okay, so what am I missing about the Chrysalis? You said they do it all the time in CPC, but why is it better than Deso?
It looks cool.
Okay. What is that? How our criteria of item build?
You can do both.
Good? But he's not.
He will get a Deso eventually. The idea is you get a really fast Chrysalis, and it's one of the most efficient damage items in the game. So when you go and clear the stacks, it's online before Deso, and you clear the stacks faster, which then accelerates you faster, which then you get to Deso faster.
And then you go Roche.
Exactly.
So in
sometimes you can Roche with just the Chrysalis.
Okay. So you're saying they could have Roached anyway, but they decided
Oh yes, they could have at any point in this game. That's why I find it interesting they haven't yet.
I would tend to agree.
I mean, maybe they just want to like exert some kill pressure on the map, but
yeah, maybe.
During this interval, it's difficult, and maybe they just feel like they're in a better position than they are because the net worth for TSpirit not too bad.
I mean, I do think you should do it soon, but the problem is Roche is going to go bot, and the more you wait, like if Yatoro finishes his next like small item, they're going to get tanky enough to live through your initiation, and then Spirit will be able to fight you, whereas I feel like the last 5 minutes, you could have definitely set up some traps, you have a Pugna Ward, and Spirit would not have been able to fight you, so yeah, a little strange. But TSpirit must be very happy about that.
I mean, especially given the start of this game.
For sure.
They have clawed it back to a pretty good degree. They have their Gossamer capes up, Harpoon finished for Collapse, so that initiation range is completely online, and really only have the 23 BKB to counteract that, but RP can also just drag him in very deep and start a fight under that tombstone. You have to think about the positioning here a lot if you're Talon.
I mean, these Dire heroes are going to be very tanky. Like Yatoro's closing in on 2k HP with his cape. Larl even 1800 HP, Collapse on 2500 if he's going to be on strength boots. So
Depth Shroud to back it all up.
Yeah.
Undying Soul Rip, maybe a Rubick lift save. There's a lot of counter initiation. That Lotus early on Mira also might just prevent some of the lasso goes.
That's actually a very big deal.
You can rupture yourself. Like, this is a pretty single target ult dependent lineup for Talon in terms of the lockdown. If you can't rupture and you can't lasso somebody,
how do you
are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing in this game?
Let's look at some of the items. So Jazz is he's closing in on his Aghanims, 200 gold. I mean, do they want to wait for Ags and Daedalus and like then try to pressure? Because as I've mentioned, Spirit are very happy holding the game as it is. They don't need to force Roche. They can just wait until, if Talon allow them to fight until they Roche and then Spirit can fight, that would be their dream scenario.
I agree, just make it to the next nighttime here.
Yeah.
Yatoro is finished Harpoon. He is very farmed all of a sudden, closing in on Mikoto. Does not feel like he's had as impactful a game, but he has found the net worth here.
Very interesting build on. I have not seen Radiance into Harpoon.
That's what I was kind of thinking. Like, isn't this a little backwards almost? Or maybe not backwards, but these items don't have the best synergy.
Yeah,
I guess you get an echo hit with all the higher damage.
Yeah, I want to see how he uses the Harpoon. I mean, he's going to try to kill the supports. Maybe he thinks it's going to help him kite as well, or like stick on the TA.
Well, of course you can double harpoon them super deep into the fight.
To double harpoon into the skewer back, into the vortex.
Exactly. This is what they're going for. The chain harpoon. Lock down that big whale.
I'm just interested that he didn't go Manta, but I trust my bro Yatoro. He's been having some banger performances, especially last night. And, well, so far. Somehow he made it to the top of the net worth chart.
What was he doing last night?
Playing Void.
Oh, you're talking about in the game. Yeah, of course. As they're going to
do you think? His music performance?
There's some dance party going on in the hotel. Mira's going to clean up a Tormentor Shard here. Pretty nice one. There goes your Rubick save online. Didn't even have to buy it.
So once again, that's great. Unless you're ruptured, it's going to be a great save. I mean, there is a lot of burst on Talon, so you have to like live through a lasso in order to be safe, but we'll never say no to a Rubick Shard.
All right, I got a very important question for you, Kezu. As we watch Spirit 5-man smokes, you're going to have to answer this fast. Actually, they're probably not going to find anybody here. The little kobolds that you dig up with the shovel, should you be able to mount them?
To what them?
To mount them, like a horse.
Oh, mount them.
What did you think I was saying?
I like that. I don't know, melt them.
No, let's melt them. I'm not melting.
Mount them. Yeah, that sounds sick.
Ride them into battle.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Well, I'm glad you
when do they die? Do they only die when you die?
Well, they time out eventually. But I think you should be able to ride them into battle. You get to boost your stats and move speed.
It should boost your move speed, like a double windlaze. Yeah, I'm down. I put it in the game.
I see you're a man of culture.
Of course I am.
Talon are seeing that this game is slipping away a little bit. Are going to force the Roshan. Try and get this Aegis probably onto Mikoto, I would assume. So he can go in super aggressively with the hyper damage build he has. Other upside of this Crystal build is you can just go really fast Deso. So he's going to skip for really fast Daedalus.
You can definitely get a really fast
Deso. He can go the really fast Deso, but he's not going to go the really fast Deso because Mikoto is eyeing Daedalus here on top of that Aegis. And TSpirit found nothing off that 5-man smoke. It will hit Knight in a minute. That might be the better signal for them to take the fight even into the Aegis. I don't know if they're too scared of this Aegis. If they can find a good initiation angle that is all on collapse and maybe on cue the Bat Rider find it first.
Yeah, like if they know how they want to fight and they have the Slark shard now, we really have to pay attention to that. It can do so much against the Rupture, the last. So we've talked about the single target initiation. Toro
Poke a bit.
Playing a little bit of fire.
It's a hard target to go on.
It's not the easiest time for Talon to start fights, right? Like it's basically relies on Q.
It's only Q.
Yeah, and you're playing into a Lotus Orb, potential pre-lift and the Slark shard. So you have to be...
to mess you up.
You need to make sure you find the right timing. And you need to feel confident to either go for it or call it off.
I mean,
you can really throw.
Happy just farming with his Aegis?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I tend to agree.
I want to push the map forward and like try to get something done. But now Spirit, they're looking for the aggressive move here. And they have an aggressive ward in the triangle. They're looking on mid.
Q is going to have a decent angle here. He has the high ground, he has the vision, and he'll find Law, but that lift is instantly there. And I mean, there's your last and there's a better RP. 3 heroes skewered in from collapse. 23 is going to try and turn the fight. Tombstone is going to live through all of this. As he harpoons, but he got ruptured. Q will not make it out here as Ollie looks next to follow. How much can 23 get done on the backside of this fight? Laurel out of mana. Jabs hits him with the Chakram. Will claim his life. 2 down from each side. Talon finding some momentum in this engagement. Still have that Aegis online. And the Toro, it hits nighttime. The moon comes out. Vision advantage back towards TSpirit's way. He will go back in, get this Radiance burn on Mikoto with the Flesh Golem pop. He wants that life number 1. He is running out of saves here. And he will TP as well. So Spirit get what they want, but it got canceled.
Cancel this TP, right?
What the hell just canceled it?
Okay, silence.
Hold an Atos from 23. Locks Yatoro in. Did not expect that one. And now that harpoon is not going to save you.
Nice blade.
The jabs pop. He will claim his life. Where did that Atos come from on 23?
Honestly, I didn't even know he wanted to get that either.
I didn't see it either. You finished it right on cue. Seals Yatoro's fate. And that's a decent fight for Talon. I mean, they don't gain a huge amount out of the Aegis, but at least they're getting some momentum during this period.
I mean, that's a huge deal. Like, without, I like that 23 starts going for this Gleipnir. Like, we've talked about the fact that it's so hard for Q to start the fights, but now he can go in more aggressively. Maybe Jabs can throw in his body as well. Make it a bit more easy. I thought this fight was going to be way better for TSpirit.
I think if Yatoro gets out, they're kind of okay with this, because you remember, you're popping the Aegis on Mikoto. You had to fight through that. You had to take this fight with your Tombstone going down, and Jabs is still full, but there's just not enough gas in the tank here for Yatoro, and once you're low, the thirst will guarantee that kill.
Yeah, he didn't know.
That is the face of a man who wonders where the hell that Atos.
Yeah, what happened? It's like, take the free Aegis, keep the stacks, TP out. Nope.
Still a sick RP by Collapse. He has been finding 2+ every time this game.
I mean, that's definitely how Spirit want to fight, right? Try to drop the tomb, drag them into you. It's so awkward for this Radiant team to fight, but
the follow-up on the RPs is not that convincing, though. So.
Yeah, it's very slow. That's Q.
Toro continuing to poke, but does not like what he sees. Going back for a butterfly.
So there's the Radiant split. Seen it a few times now.
Yep, we'll finish up the Nullifier. So this build's starting to come alive here. We'll have the burn in the early game and the utility in the later parts. They find a Rubick. He's not dead yet, though. The pop doing a significant amount of damage, and Laurel trying to finish up Jabs. Now that that shield is out, he's all alone. The Gleipnir going to try and turn it around. Oh, that was a whirling death from hell. As 23 just cleans them all up. The Bloodseeker, 700 MS here. He rides the coattails of Jabs for a 4-man wipe.
Holy shit, how much damage did he just do
I
on
have
Timber?
no idea, but it just removed him from the game.
Oh, only a classic 7,200 damage.
I bet 5,000 of that was off the single chain through.
Probably fucking whirling.
It's ridiculous, dude. What the hell happened?
Okay, his shield is up. I mean, Nullifier is even very good against that too. It instantly breaks it.
Yeah, I think this doesn't look too bad for TSpirit.
Yeah, and now they just grab him. Look at this. It's coming. Everyone's dead.
I mean, the Gleipnir also just sets this up. This is the problem with Timbersaw. If you're not taking him out, he will take you first.
I mean, I used to think Nullifier fully counters the Timbersaw because his shield instantly pops, but he still keeps the 40 reactive armor. It's so good against Mag and Slark.
Yeah, it's just nice to go in the fight and guarantee have that.
I wonder if Yatoro is maybe regretting his build a little bit.
Well, we haven't seen the final form yet.
That's true.
You know? And he's been thinking about Butterfly. Now he's going back for Halberd.
Like he wants to like quicker impact. I like the deviation.
This feels very almost utility based though, right? Like this is like an anti-Templar assassin build.
Yeah.
I guess it helps deal with the Pugna Decreps, but are you man-fighting the Bloodseeker? Are you man-fighting Timbersaw in this game? That part I feel is a bit unsolved here.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, the only thing I would say about, like, if you kept the Radiance for a bit longer, I feel like it would have maybe fit the game style a bit more if you're wanting to like split the map and look for more picks. But
yeah, you were big on the Radiance and he just destroyed it.
He's just like, nope, the shit's garbage.
I guess so.
Idiot, I only want it for 3 minutes.
It served its purpose. He must have not actually had it for that long. Yeah, it must have been probably like 10 minutes here.
Yeah. Ish.
3's a bit of an exaggeration.
Ah, my bad, my bad.
Either way, he does not like it anymore.
Okay, they're smoking bottom. I like this smoke. Up 8k gold. Gonna turn into daytime soon. Good scan as well.
And that's a gem on jab, so guaranteed to see everything. They'll run into Yatoro. Probably not the hero they wanted here.
He's not holding a TP at the moment on Yatoro. I don't know if they clicked him.
Where did his TP go? It went the same place as Radiance went. See if we can take the man fight. Q is immediately taken out by Laurel, just putting that BKB to use. They found a quick silence on Yatoro, but he fishes his way out of there. Jabs wants to chase.
Radiance middle
There's no follow-up. Mira got left behind. Quick fingers.
Like greedy son of a gun. Like pops the trap, blocks it, and instantly gets out.
What was he doing there, man? That was incredibly greedy. And what are TSpirit looking for in the next few minutes to try and contest this next Roshan? Because it just looks like it's going to Talon here unless you pull a team fight out of nowhere.
I guess this halberd is important for Yatoro. Get that disarm on Mikoto, who does have a BKB, but still want to try to get that on him before, keep the evasion. What is Collapse going for?
I mean, these fights, just if Collapse gets a big RP or finds a skewer initiation off the nighttime vision.
It's got to be that. You need like some cool tombstone into an RP skewer and like play around that.
What makes a cool tombstone? Uncool.
I'll say the tombstone that baits them in and helps you. It sets up the RP. That's a cool tombstone.
That's not pretty cool.
Not the one that we've seen in the early game.
Of course, those were definitely...
That's not a really cool tombstone.
Those were not cool tombstones. Well, they were cool for Talon.
Oh, very cool.
So they're up 7k here, 31 minutes, looking for the next Roshan. Continue to try and control the map as much as they can do during the daytime before the gem kicks in for TSpirit, as they need to save up their smokes to be able to contest these fights, it feels.
That's a Manta-style Timbersaw.
It is.
Amar would be proud.
Somewhere he's shedding a single tear right now. Beautiful, he says.
I once asked him why he bought Manta-style. Do you know the answer? But the answer Amar gave me on why he bought Manta?
Thought it was cool.
He said 3 timber better than 1.
That is a pretty good answer.
Yeah.
I mean, that is true.
It checks out.
That is true. The math does indeed check out. That is an Amar answer if I've ever heard one.
That's for sure. So what's this Manta for? Just because you're a universal, huh?
3 timbers are better than 1. Should have known.
Yeah, my bad. I ain't gonna ask more questions.
I don't think they're super... I don't think there's anything super obvious to just join in this game outside of a leash off the pounce. Maybe he's that afraid of it. I mean, Manta's not bad on this hero. He's right-clicking for 245, but does he want to get in a man fight with Yatoro? That is the big question, and that question will be answered very soon as they're pushing high ground war for Talon. Sees everything.
Okay. Rupture
immediately onto Yatoro. This fight already seems difficult. This Collapse is caught in the chakram into the lasso. This fight an absolute disaster for Spirit. High ground war placer for Talon, way too good. They find nothing, and Laurel is left to pick up the pieces of his fallen brothers.
Oh, bros. What? They were smoked, right? At the start of that fight on Spirit? They would have preferred not to be smoked, because then they would have known that there's a high ground ward. They break instantly and then just get ruptured and the fight's over. I mean, Collapse cannot get his blink cancelled like that. He got, I think, Gleipnired into an instant chakram.
It was just way too clumped on Yatoro, but it's also part of, like, they're feeling pressure to find these big RP scores to start the engagement. That's becoming harder. These TA traps are also an annoying factor. So, see, that's why you go for Manta right there for the stolen TA trap.
There it is.
Very important. Shard will go to Q.
Very nice positioning from Talon. Like, look at these 2 wards they have bottom. They're just ready for the next Roche, playing in the right area, just waiting, because they know.
Gearing up for it.
Spirit will have to contest it.
And these are the fights that we were talking about that I think are just better for their lineup to take. When you can force Spirit, when you force Spirit to jump into you instead of going into their RP Tombstone, I think you're way happier.
Okay, Mira, what you get? Chakram.
You got a taste of
Does not have a TP. He needs to dodge for the blink. Push him away. Well, that will do it. JK.
Yeah, that did it. And
that did do it.
Bought an extra second of time here for Mira. As Manta Timbersaw
really popping off.
I mean, it's doing some work. These right clicks, big threat right now.
He's definitely slapping them.
I mean, Manta's just an annoying item, man. Like, if you saw Manta Timbersaw luge on the map, do you want to go kill that? No. Exactly.
he's killing that away. I'll let him.
It's another vision tool here.
Roche is spawning. They have 55 seconds. I can definitely kill it. I have some traps available. I have 3 Roche brothers. It's gonna have an MKB as well on this TA. My god. He's gonna hurt.
He is. He's hitting real hard right now. Almost to 400. They're gonna probably throw the Aegis on him a second time unless they want to give it to 23 to try and siege with. There was a trap in the pit for Spirit. A stolen trap, but it quickly got killed, and I don't think this is a contest. I think you're gonna have to play for some high ground defense here. Some classic Magnus high ground defense.
Yeah. If there's ever a team fight popping out, you need Larl to go first. I think Collabs, you need to make it as easy as possible for him to succeed with a skewer or RP, play for some high ground as you're saying, because now your map is gonna look a little hard to play.
I mean, but who does Laurel jump? Are you just trying to find Pugna here?
Maybe just... If they're pushing high ground, you probably just poke on the front. Like maybe you pull some TA and like try to bring it in rather than go around.
Like a fake initiate.
Yeah,
just to get the clump so Collapse can find something. I kind of like that.
Yeah. It might just be I mean, if I'm Mag, I don't want to jump in the midst of this enemy.
No.
I'm just instantly getting murdered.
I would agree with that. Yatoro's gonna
steal the wisdom.
We got a double.
Oh, that.
Yeah, you were talking about illegal. That
is illegal. But so is this one. Nope, he got the Dark Pact.
Nice try.
Easy bait.
Once again, Yotoro's reaction speed is still not falling off.
Nope, he still got it.
He still got it, if anybody was wondering.
And we're sucking him. Getting jabs ready for the next fight. There's the Manta.
There is that Manta. He's going to send it in here. Scouts Spirit out as they retake their triangle.
Okay, not very strong against Illusions.
It is not doing anything. Collapse will clean up Mikoto's courier. That had MKB on it. What the hell was that harpoon? Nobody knows. Collapse going to disjoint the fight, and Laurel's in first. They found the Pugna. There's the Nullifier. Quick burst on the saving support. They'll clean up the ward as well. How much do Team Spirit want to push the advantage, though? It seems like Jabs does not care if his team is dead. He will force the advantage. Hex picked up for Laurel in the middle of this fight. Let's see if he can put it to use. This is a deep dive by Talon. Team Spirit, they need a punish. There's that Hex. Looking for the stacks on Q. They'll pick up the second support now. 5-on-3 for Team Spirit. If I'm Collapse, I'm looking for anything, but they're just going to back off. Respect the cores here from Talon.
Ooh, that's very big for Spirit. Talon's team fight and draft will collapse very quickly if you just lose 1 or 2 supports. They need to be more careful in the next fight.
Yeah, I like that jump, right? You get on top of the Pugna with the Storm. That's I think
your best
easiest target. And then you have the Nullifier on Yatoro that can connect. Yatoro's never going to die at the start of these fights, so you have a window where you can just kill the Pugna and get out. And then you look for the re-engage. Now you have a Hex on Laurel. It's going to help as well. Another initiation.
I like this Hex. Just make it easier for you to jump, as Yatoro getting closer to the Skadi as well. Very, very big item against the TA. And the Bloodseeker as well. I mean, as a matter of fact, against all the cores. But especially this TA to man fight.
It's just a big item.
And it is. True words have been said.
For a big carry player. As Yatoro, he's only 2-6, but starting to make his impact felt here. As Aegis, 2 minutes left on the clock for Mikoto. He did lose his MKB on that courier. That was an aggressive courier purchase that Collapse punished. Part of the reason that fight was a bit easier for them. Not going to have that the second time around, and that means the evasion gone for Yatoro in those man fights. Do a little dewarding here. This is the period where Team Spirit feel happiest on the map.
That's Mapushka. Easy cape dodge. Dead. That was a good try. Do we have a gem on Team Dire?
The fact Gossamer Cape came up again.
I mean, this item is
like, what is 4-second cooldown? It makes no sense.
We have another kill again.
And Ollie's gone again. Another opening for Team Spirit. Mirror will pay the return price here, and that means Laurel just has to get the hell out. You are slowing down this Aegis period a little bit here for Talon. I mean, they haven't gotten to your base with it. They haven't pushed you in.
They're about to now, though.
Yeah, they have a Hex on Jabs. You're talking about universal items on a universal hero. This Timbersaw is hitting for 320.
Yeah, I was about to quiz you. Who hits harder, TA without refraction or Timber?
It's Timber.
It's Timbersaw.
It's not even close.
320. That seems fine. He could honestly hit the tier 3 towers, and I don't know if they can do anything to him if he presses E.
There was a patch a long time ago where Timber used to siege the buildings.
That is true.
With Dragon Scale and
Flamethrower.
Flamethrower, that's right. So, you know, we're just going back to
the double burn.
That's what the D patch is for. The roots of Dota. 9k gold lead, they'll try and push their advantage. Aegis is timing out here in 50 seconds for Mikoto. You do not want to get caught in some skewer play against the best Magnus in the world. Collapse, he's looking, maybe waiting for this timer to drop down a little bit more. Laurel, he's going to poke first, give the vision for Collapse. They're just trying to set up an RP. Can he find it? He's still looking. The lasso turnaround, his BKB is gone. RP, it does not do enough here as Laurel evaporates Yotaro trying to clean up this team fight without the storm. There is no buyback on Laurel here. 4v5 for Spirit. Aegis out in 20 seconds. But that overcommittal, they're going to pay a huge price into Mikoto. He wants everything here. And he indeed missed him down. The skewer not on the mark. Here, he will steal another blood mist. One is not good enough for this man. He must reset it. They retain their gem. But that is both cores and all of your damage out of the fight. That was Scotty buyout for Yotaro. Both dead for 50 seconds plus here. No buys. It's going to be at least a lane for Talon. They even have to use that Aegis.
This is going to be like 2 racks.
It might
Probably.
It might be more.
You could even force your fours if you really want to.
I mean, you can jump here too, right? You probably know there's no buybacks if you're looking at those items.
I mean, yes, yeah, as soon as someone steps forward, you can hex them and just try to kill them.
Just going to respect the Tombstone here. Abyssal done for 23. These man fights are not getting any easier as this game progresses. And level 25 is already online for jabs. The double chakram.
Holy base. This guy is scary as hell.
So damn big.
So what are we doing? Are we going to hit the top tower? Yes, we are.
Staying around for sure. Force that buy or you take the fight. Collapse. He's ninja geared.
There's no RP either for 40 seconds.
That's a big problem. That RP just got forced off the overcommittal too. That is not how Collapse wants to use it.
Here's the Manta Timber.
Building damage. It's absolutely out of control. They're going to let the illusions do the work. They're actually doing a pretty decent job, surprisingly. This is disgusting. How is this allowed in the game of
Miposhka's doing it.
Miposhka's like, team.
He's pinging it too.
Team.
Okay, TSpirit. We're going to have to reassess how to fight. Because these last fights have really not worked out very well.
Well, they were doing exactly what you said, which is Laurel goes in first and finds the opening for Collapse, but I guess
he got last, but he got last so quickly.
Yeah, that was just heads up play.
He was just a monster. And then Collapse kind of got baited. Try and help. I mean, that's like the worst feeling as an initiator. Something happens, you're like, I'll come help you. Oh shit, I'm dead.
That's exactly what happened. And I mean, that was an ambitious harpoon trying to get him in the fountain. Maybe you redeem that fight if it works, but a little too far.
23 Savage, just too quick.
It's just too fast, man. Getting powered up way too quick in these fights as well. So much move speed going into this Bloodseeker. And these Lincoln Spheres. We're talking about the single target counter initiation with the early Lotus from Mira, but these Lassos and Ruptures have been landing because Yotaro has no defense. What stops 23 from rupturing this Slark every fight? Nothing.
He's in. There's a Hex, nullifier.
Big Hex. They need to find him. RP to guarantee it. And they will get a huge kill on Mikoto. 2,000 gold. A huge misstep here. 90 seconds on the clock for that Templar Assassin with no buyback of his own. It's going to be a lot of space for TSpirit to catch up in this fight. Maybe feeling himself a little too much.
Yeah, that was a very ambitious jump. Quite sometimes you just feel yourself a bit too much. You want to really get in there, but I mean, hopefully for Talon, they need to hope there's not going to be an early Roshan spawn. I think Spirit could look for another play on the map.
They definitely should.
Slark ult in 10 seconds again as well.
Collapse. He has Ninja Gear. He's going in. I don't know when he gets jumped there, but it will be Miposhka dragged up onto the hill and burns. Effigy of Arteezy going down. Spirit can't find anything on the counter initiation.
It was even with Arcane Rune. This last was going to be up in 20 seconds already. I mean, Q on this bad, having a very, very good game.
Yeah, he's looked great. Trickster Cloak as well helps him with those initiations.
I mean, you'd not think this guy's a support. Just Lincoln's BKB.
Well, he's not a support.
True that.
Every Southeast Asian player is a core player at heart. He was originally a carry player.
Yep, that is checks out.
Lore.
You just see him. You just see it right here. +4. Screw that roll. They just farm anyway. They pretend to be supports.
Absolutely true. God, I've
seen it happen to me every time.
Under attack.
Oh, I can play +4. Picks Rubick, Fate Bolts every wave. That's kill steals.
That's the old Yapsor right there.
Yeah, I lanes with that.
And Yapsor's back, so maybe it's coming back into the meta. Shard for Collapse. Gobble that up. A little extra shockwave damage.
1600 cast range. Oh, okay. Sure. I'll take it. He's working on a... I think this refresher could be pretty big for Collapse. He's eyeing it. Still a little bit away from that.
Yeah, that's expensive here.
Yeah.
Next set of items are going to be a while away for TSpirit, but they do have some talents coming in. Level 25 for Yotaro, another big one to counteract jabs here. You have that Essence Shift duration. If you can ever get some pokes off, or if these fights go super long, he is just going to get powered into an absolute beast.
Okay, both teams smoked up.
Jabs, he has a blink of his own. Looking for the blink hex with the double chakram and the flamethrower. Timber is almost max slotted, plus those right clicks to follow it up. He finds the jump, I think you're just off.
Q.
That's an Aeon jump. Hero will be okay here on the initiation. Illusions gets in. Yatoro is ruptured again. Mobility taken away, but can Talon follow up on it? It appears not. Brawl's gonna look for the counter initiation. Quick Hex. It gets Lotus back onto Jabs. It'll buy more space for TSpirit to try and reset this fight. Miro looks like he will go down despite his Aeon Disc's efforts. Buyback for him. They're going to try and turn. They finally get the Harpoon Skewer connection. Jabs brought in really deep, but where's the damage?
Another rupture.
It's number 2 on Yatoro. He can't play Dota. This man needs some Lincoln Spears or something. He needs all of those that collapse asked for at that last TI, and they're not here. As 23 goes in with the Blood Mist and tries to claim anybody he can get, but it's just going to be Mira again. Or
he didn't get to the high ground.
The chain, the silence. He has another chain. Oh. He will not escape the Gleipnir. It's just Mira going down twice. Somebody help the man.
Into a DD rune as Jabs. Hello.
Yes, they're still back, and it's nighttime. RP to secure. The last one trying to buy time. Jabs. It is not enough. The Timbersaw will fall. Huge opening for TSpirit. They skewer 23 back.
Another rupture on Yatoro.
Yeah, the ruptures, they just keep coming at the right clicks. They're way too strong here. 23 cannot stand his ground. He falls. Yatoro will pay the price. Double chakram going in for Jabs off the buyback. Cleans up Aposhka, and there is nothing to stop this Timber if Yatoro's off the field. Another buyback for TSpirit. They really want to contest this Roche. But do they have the manpower? Do they have the firepower? There is a buyback available for Yatoro if he wants to commit it.
He might want to use it. I mean, let's see. Well, they'll wait for now as Mikoto. Yeah, I mean, they're going to force the Roche now.
I mean, he had double damage in that fight, too.
Dire's bottom
That
tower
is just,
under attack.
that's way too damn good. We'll hit his level 25 extra or fraction instances. That's a lot.
This TA is a hard kill now. I think unless you skewer your Mikoto into your team, I don't think he's dying. Sure, you have the refresh now and collapse. That will help you in the next fight. It's a big deal. It is.
But are you equaling the ruptures coming out from this blood? How does Yatoro play these fights? He will finally pick up a Lincolns, my God.
That makes sense. Like, you
just needed them for 45 minutes here.
Okay, they're gonna smoke up. I mean, Yatoro doesn't have buyback now anymore, though, since he did commit the gold. Let's say you have to...
What a jump! He got the ages! Laurel, God, shutting up the haters. He will get lassoed here. Finds him. I mean, he's gonna come back. If you're TSpirit, you gotta help your boy out. I think RP, the right clicks aren't enough from collapse. He's able to get Mikoto. Laurel with the play sets up a huge opening for TSpirit, and they're gonna try and collect everything. Jabs, this is his dieback. Where's the help? Where's the support? TSpirit, they don't want him. He's too tanky. He's too big and he's too bad. And Raposhka, there's no trees left. Where did all the trees go? Absolutely got what a snatch from Laurel, man. He gets a buyback on a 23. They get a TA kill. Only the cheese going into Jabs' pocket. There was a refresher shard off that as well, right?
I think so. Someone use it?
Hold. It's very hard.
Look at these gamer instincts from Laurel. E-gamer instincts.
That is just nasty, man. And then the TP, it forces them to lasso him as well. So yeah, you're happy to spend that Aegis life to get a team fight out of that.
Damn, you stole Aegis, you got some more levels on your heroes, you get the buyback out of 23 as well. And I don't know when Miposhka got this shard. I wanted to talk about it like 2-3 minutes ago, but now he does have it. I think it's a big answer for these team fights. Like, if someone gets lassoed, drop the grab ally. I'm pretty sure it works. Get him out of there.
Might even be able to buy some time on ruptures or help your boy Mir out. It's just been focused very early in these engagements. There still will be a cheese on Jabs. He did not end up diebacking. But now you have big levels and big items coming in for TSpirit. Level 25 for Laurel as well, off of all that XP he got on the jump.
That's big. I mean, that was...
Yeah, shard too.
That's a real gamer moment right there. Like, that's some game-winning steal.
That's a bad Chester.
That is definitely a bad chest in the chat right now.
Chester right there. And Ninja gear up for Yatoro as well.
Still gonna look for the refresher next. I don't blame him. I like it. It's gonna help you play these long and dragged out fights.
I mean, 2 ults, 2 Lincoln Spheres for the 2 ruptures.
We're good. Get ruptures once, use your ult, use it again.
Good math to me. I mean, think about it. 2 depth shrouds and 2 ults.
That's pretty good.
That's more than 3 timber saws.
That's more than 1 lasso and more than 2 ruptures.
That's just simple NA math right there.
Quick and easy. We have a double cheese even.
They stacked them. Why'd they stack them?
I think Jabs had them stacked already.
Oh my God,
That's,
dude.
Again, Laurel. He forced them to pick it up.
He did not force him to
No,
stack
he
it,
did.
though.
I mean, Jabs was the only one there. He had to click it.
Did he actually stack it in the pit, or did they stack it later? I mean,
Nah,
both
in the
I think
pit.
they stacked it later.
Nah, man, you're wrong.
I think this was just a
This is some NAI side right there.
fromage blunder here from Talon. I mean, it's like a 40-second cooldown on him, right? It's something ridiculous.
It's bad.
Yeah, it is 40 seconds still.
There you go. As Collapse is queuing up the Arcane Blink. I've been waiting to see this.
This is a very interesting item. We've been hearing talks about it.
From Suns Fan TV, which would make you think it's not good.
Yeah,
But
I
he does
wasn't
have
gonna
a
mention
good
his
take.
name to make it sound more reputable, but you just throw him out there, all right? But tell us about this Arcane Blink. Why is it so damn good?
I love the lower cooldown. First, you always have 7-second cooldown, and you can blink more range. It's like a Blink
Radiant's
Dagger plus
bottom
Aether
tower
Lens
is under
combined.
attack.
And you know what else? It makes a
Tell me.
goddamn cool sound.
You've already sold me on the sound over.
There you
7
go.
seconds plus an Aether Lens. I mean, everybody liked Aether Lens.
Radiant's
Everybody thought
structures
Aether Lens.
And now you have it built in. You get a 2-for-1.
That's
with a great
that's
sound.
way too good.
I could go around selling this item
Radiant's
to everyone.
bottom tower is under attack.
I'd be purchasing it here. See if it can pay off for Collapse. He probably wants to say buyback, though. These buybacks are pretty important in these late game Roshan fights, especially if you can take them on the right side of the map. The TSpirit can never end up in a situation where they can test that dire Roshan again off the next spawn interval in a place where they can use buybacks on the outpost to fight through the ruptures, fight through the TA jump. I think you're super happy with those long fights.
Well, for sure. I mean, most of the heroes right now are just looking for like refreshers. They just want more spells. Q, looking. Nope.
Save.
The Lotus, the Rift, the Lift,
Hero.
Rift.
Always there to bail out a brother. That'll be level 25 for Collapse as well, so he has extra reverse polarity duration. 4.3 seconds on the stun. You double it up. That's 8.6.
Quick maps.
That is a long time you're sitting there waiting for your Toro to build up some stats.
You're definitely dying if you're getting
Yeah.
double RP. There's your Toro. Hello, my friend.
Hello,
Silence.
my friend, indeed. He will get ruptured, but the Leitner, the AoE stun that was promised, and
Once
Yatoro,
again.
23 has had his number from the beginning to the end with that Atos. Yatoro does not like it now just as much as he did not like it back then.
This
Not
is the
respect.
second time this game, literally because of an item you're building that you're killing the enemy hard carry. I don't think he knows
Absolutely paid
that he
off.
could get flip-flopped in his Shadow Dance.
I don't know what the hell flip-flops means.
It's Gleipnir
That
active.
sounds like some Zoomer terminology. I'm way too old for that shit, but he did indeed get flip-flopped back into the fountain.
Okay, Gleipnir active is either Glip-Glop or Flip-Flop.
Flip-flop you wear on your foot, man. That's not an item name.
Okay,
I
what
don't know
is
what the hell
active
you're
called?
talking about.
Are you gonna call it? He got Eternal Chain.
I don't even know what this ability's called.
Yeah, there you go. Just call
Eternal
it.
Chains. Nobody knew it was called Eternal
Yeah,
Chains.
see? That's what you say. He got Glip-Glop.
Well, he got Eternal Chain.
He did not, dude. I refuse.
He did not like it. 50 seconds for Yatoro. Are Talon going to try and push? I mean, you definitely want to wait for next Roshan here. I don't think another Rax changes this game too much. You could try and force the buyback out from Yatoro, but then you're in a situation where you're going high ground into all of these storm jumps, all of these skewers.
I'm down for like a blink lasso with the comms off. They're gonna buy back, and you do it with the intent of backing
Yeah,
off.
sacrifice
That's what-
Q.
Yeah, exactly. Get him out of
He
it.
doesn't buy the bait.
Well, then you get a free kill.
We'll clean up the range tracks here.
It's coming.
Laurel's in the back. Very interesting angle.
He was sniffing him out.
It's just Mira again. Aeon will pop, Rupture will go out, but that should be it here. Little time for Mikoto to hit the racks. 15 seconds for Yatoro. They'll send the Timber Saw. Illusions in. You can't deal with those, but Collapse doesn't care. He skewers Mikoto all the way to tier 4s. Still no Yatoro buyback. This is just poking. They got a BKB out of him. And that'll be it. The Talon feel comfortable pushing here as Yatoro comes back up. Doesn't cost TSpirit anything other than that range racks, which who really cares? This game is all about the Roshans, all about the late game.
That was some sick patience from Collapse there, not to RP. I mean, I like it. You want to just hold the RP for the next big fights?
Oh, you think you would have just double RP'd him there? I mean, you could, in theory, double RP and like screw him again really deep.
Maybe you can. They don't know if TA has buyback, right? Like he could have it. Yeah. I mean, maybe you don't want to do it because then Roche might spawn while your RPs are down and you just hand it for free.
Look at the damage. I feel like the damage is so low for Spirit over this game.
It is.
They actually just haven't been...
It's illegal that they're in this game and
like,
only
what the
down
hell?
10k.
Those damage numbers are pathetic. But they are in a decent position as Collapse is in a very strong position.
It's chilling.
Warding the high ground with his body. This is all about controlling the two Roche pits right now. TSpirit really want the dire side Roche. Talon hoping it's a daytime Radiant side one, but
It's like gonna be a nighttime one, yeah.
And yeah, that's a huge advantage for TSpirit. They can keep the buybacks up as well. They have all 5 online. The only person without buyback in this game is 23 Savage on the Bloodseeker. 1 minute for the cooldown. He will be able to farm it up and should be back up for the next fight. So we're gonna have a 10 on 10. That's my favorite style of Dota right there.
I mean, there's going to be so many buybacks in this next fight.
Yeah, my play-by-play is not good enough for these late game fights. I will try my damn best.
Yo, everyone hold tight. It's going to be a ride.
I am learning why you have to drink a lot of water on this job. Yeah, hold TSpirit. They're going to smoke up. It's still daytime for a minute. Ideally, they don't really want to start during this period, but if they find a cheeky hero out of position, they will return that flip-flop action. First Star Illusion getting sent in. This is the power of the Manta. You can scout him out, see what's up. Double Cheese still sitting on 23. Will he get 1 off? Will he get 2 off? Will he get none off?
I call none, actually.
I actually don't think he will get anything off either somehow. I don't know. Yotoro empowered up here.
He needs buyback. Everyone go back to
jump.
Okay.
This is a poke onto jabs. They do not want to commit onto the team.
Who's poking who? We beat it.
They get the lasso onto the Lincolns. Q can find nothing. Another 50 seconds for that ultimate to be back up here. As TSpirit take another defensive position. 10 seconds for the nighttime. That is all they're waiting for. They have double RP. They have the Hex on the roll. Did cost them a Storm Spirit BKB, and Miro's going to have to go back.
This is the big deal.
Waves. If I'm Talon and I see this Rubick there, I know I have a 5-on-4.
Yeah, it's goal time, baby.
Well, the other option is maybe you can cut him off getting back.
That's a good one, too.
That's what they're looking. Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to take a decent position here, throw out the traps. This Observer still up for Spirit, sees everything. Laurel's going to go for the jump. Does not find Q. A game of cat and mouse of Spirit in bat.
Okay, Yotoro looking for
finally get the Hex connection. He's just gone. They do not find Miro on the backside, and Q not able to find the initiation. Now the nighttime vision starting to come into effect. Full force as Collapse scouting over these traps. That's a gem on the ground, by the way. Nobody wants it. It will get pinged out here. Collapse says, I do not have the slots. Somebody with less strength than me picked this up. Never mind, I will drop my boots for it. You plebs, must I do everything?
Okay, everyone has buyback. You've got to contest this if you're Talon.
Absolutely.
There's no way you can give.
There's a Tombstone, there's a Stolen Chakram, and there's double RP waiting for you. Somebody is just going to have to throw their body in. Shot going down. Buyback from Q to start the fight. They're going to skew the illusions out. They were too threatening here. Yotoro picks up Aegis. Laurel gets everything else. Talon are going to take this fight into the Roshan advantage. Do they even want to do that as Collapse? He's going to TP out. Jabs. He just forced them all out of the area. And Yotoro all keeping out. They abandoned Yotoro. He got flip-flopped again. That's his first life. They just left him to dry. The fish is going to get fried. He's dead a second time for sure. Oh, what the hell, boys?
You cannot be happy about that one.
Get him. He had everything up.
Well, I guess he has buyback.
I mean, he does have buy, but that was what the Aegis was supposed to be for.
I mean, Talon gonna happily walk it down the top lane for now, at least force out your buy. Yeah, I'm not sure why they all bailed on him, but okay. Well played by Jabs. He gets in there, forces them all out. Some ruptures are being popped.
I think they use the cheese as well. Oh no, they have a cheese on Laurel and a refresher shard in base. So they can give the refresher shard to Yotoro when he respawns here. He will have double ult, double BKB, no BKB, but double everything. But you want to force the smart buyback, and what is going to be the call to start that fight?
Lincoln's on Mira. Skewer back.
He got ruptured on the skewer. Collapse just bleeding out here. He is very low in the back. Talon do not want to man up. That is the buyback from Yotoro as Laurel looks for the initiation. But BKB from 23 will walk it off. Still sitting on the double cheese here. Ready to pop those on a whim as Yotoro gobbles up that refresher shard over treads. That is his buyback down. He ended up trading a Bat Rider buyback for a Slark buyback. A cheese and a refresher shard. Is that worth it?
No, that's a huge victory for Talon. My God, they got away with murder, actually.
I would say murder, maybe.
I think so. Yeah. Someone take away the Aegis and his buyback?
Yeah, but they didn't get the Aegis. They didn't get the third cheese. I mean, the third cheese combines in a mega block of cheese.
Well, where did the cheese go? Didn't Laurel
has it?
No, where'd it go? He's not holding it.
Get the shard back. I don't know.
Where's the cheese at?
Nobody wants it.
It's dropped in the fountain, guys.
They just left it there on the ground.
I mean, who cares? Gem, cheese.
Or product control.
Who likes cheese? I love cheese. Why did they drop it on the ground?
You're European, so that makes sense.
You don't like cheese? You like cheese. There you go, American idiot.
What the hell? This guy's getting real toxic here. They're going to put it back on the courier and fly it out.
See, there you go.
Somebody asked for it. And that arcane blink you were looking for is done on Collapse, by the way. The lanes have been an issue for TSpirit, though. They keep having to send somebody back. That's giving some space for Talon to just smoke aggressively.
We're dropping some more items.
There's a lot of items being dropped on the ground. I think 23 is trying to separate these cheeses, but he can't.
He really can't. It's jabs. 4,600 health. Overwhelming blink that is coming to him.
He is a beefy boy.
5k HP. No beef.
Just finished strength blink. He will run into
Speed.
Toro. Toro does get his ult off. He's going to skirt out this fight. Laurel lost the back line, but does not find anybody here.
Bam.
You got to be careful of the clump this storm has axe. You get AoE vortex pulled. The RPs are going to follow it up, and you are just done. So Talon cannot afford to clump at all in these late game engagements as they push their course forward. Strength blink for jabs, swift blink for Mikoto, and arcane blink for Collapse. We got the trifecta.
We've got all the blinks, baby.
Right, what do they all combine into?
I don't know, super mega blink. 0 cooldown.
Sounds pretty hyped to me.
Sounds like some tsunami farm and shield
Trident blink.
Trident blink. Bring it back in 30 seconds. Tier 5 item just borrowed.
There's a ward for Talon, but the jump, it's going to be a hex. Oh, man, vortex into the RP. Can Collapse chain it up? Another one can. Round 2, they're not dying though. The timber. There's always dying. How is nobody dead here? I don't understand. Mikoto finally drops double chakram. Will clean up Yatoro. He has no buy. How did that go so goddamn wrong for TSpirit? As they're going to try and salvage this engagement, it's going to have to be massive jumps from Laurel. Collapse forced in the buyback. Mikoto insta-buy. They're going to try and run down mid on Talon. TP the outpost. They want to end this game. They know Yatoro is out for 100 seconds. Mantillusion's cleaning up the tombstone. Laurel, he's looking for Ollie on the backside. He wants the Skelly Boy, but he will not get the Skelly Boy. He's out of mana. Got to use that Cheese Sun. Have any of the cheeses been used? 23 used one. He has another waiting. BKB coming up in 40 seconds. Horns off for the fight. That is a very deep skewer. Can they make anything of it? They don't have the nullifier that Yatoro has. Pulling him in. It's out. It's even deeper. The fountain. Let it do the dirty work. Jabs. You went too far, son. He does have a buyback, but the throne, the space. It's all just away from Mikoto. Bubble Glacier, the lasso, the vortex to try and counter initiate. But there's no damage follow-up in 23. He is just punching through all of TSpirit here. Back door, it's a clip. Never mind, I'm blind. Mikoto trying to finish off the throne. The chakram on Laurel. He has a single back for a two. He's looking for two. He gets horns off. Was that what you wanted on the skewer? And pulled him away. He's going to have to reach up, but the throne is just gone. And TSpirit will finally drop in this game one.